wake up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and this is what I hear. Jace. What girl? The bed is flattened. The air mattress is flattened. We broke the air mat. Like we popped the air mattress in the middle of the night.
It's ridiculous.
Our combined human weight popped an industrial camping air mattress in the middle of the night. But this year marks the 10th anniversary, I believe. Or was it 11? I don't know.
I think it's 11 years, Jace. Yeah. That we've done our first project down in Jersey?
No, it's 12 because year two.
So it's more than 10.
Yeah, it's year 2 was at Mall of America, and I was already seeing Colin. And that was the 2013. I'm sure Colin will correct me on this. But anyway, let's just act. I think it is the 10th anniversary. I really do.
Okay.
So we were locked in a trailer here at the fair. We had to live at the fair. We had to work at the fair for 48 hours.
Remember how competitive we were too? We were selling stuff.
That was before we were jaded.
Yeah. It's true. We were making up songs for people for $20 at the fair. I remember Anna buying like a bunch of hot tamales and selling the boxes for $30.
No wonder Lori and Julia hated us. Yeah. No wonder.
No, we won at one point. We won showers, and we were like, no, we don't even have time for a shower.
No. We were so young and so naive.
And now we're like, why didn't we take that shower? What's wrong with us?
Well, let them do that. But so the truth of the matter is, so you need to finish your story. So we got the crappiest beds, the two of us in the trailer.
And we broke the bed.
Hashtag Alexis' fault.
Yeah.
We broke the bed after aggressive lovemaking. And then we had to sleep on the floor on an air mattress, slammed at the feet of Lori and Julia.
On the height of bed.
Get the visual, everyone. Slammed up against the sliding door because there was no room to walk. So, again, just picture this. Jason and Alexis together, basically spooning.
Yeah.
We had to spoon. There was no room.
I can't even believe this.
Yeah.
Spooning for an entire night's sleep on an air mattress.
And then also, too, is we had Lori and Julia. We were on the floor. Donnie couldn't stand it, so he slept in the lactation station.
On a recliner.
And then Colleen, Cruz, and the boys, Reavers, they were in these, like, bunk beds. They were nice that were just built into the wall. And was that all of us? And then, of course, Ian and Marjorie were in the honeymoon suite.
I tried to sneak into Chris Reaver's bunk bed, but that didn't go quite the way I wanted it to. But anyway, Chris was in a bad mood that day. Anyway, so we wake up.
He had a headache.
We wake up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and this is what I hear. Jace. What girl? The bed is flattened. The air mattress is flattened. We broke the air mat. Like we popped the air mattress in the middle of the night.
It's ridiculous.
Our combined human weight popped an industrial camping air mattress in the middle of the night. So we're laying here, and there's a picture. So one of us has it. I think I have a copy of it.
Yeah, there's a picture. Definitely took a picture or a video or something.
Yeah, there's a picture of the two of us like head to head. Like we look like we're dating because we're like as close as two people could be on a flattened air mattress, deflated air mattress, shoved up against the screen. And then Lex, in her innocent Lex self, she goes, after we've laughed about the sleep, and she goes, how did you sleep? How the hell do you think I slept, Alexis?
How did you sleep last night?
And then we start laughing. So we're starting to wake everybody up.
Yep.
Lori and Julia start getting pissed. Because again, keep in mind at this point, the entire on-air staff hated each other. Like we didn't know each other.
Yeah.
Well, Lori and Julia hated us, but I mean,
okay, yeah.
And we didn't really. This was right after Julia yelled at you.
That's right.
This was right after Julia
in the studio.
In the studio, Julia made the horrible error of yelling at Alexis, and that's like yelling at Bambi, And then
sometimes I deserve it, but this time I was like,
no,
what are you talking about?
She yelled at Alexis during our show, like during the show. and I was watching it go down, and I took off my I took off my headphones in the commercial break, and I'm 6'2", and Julia's like 3'4", and I come out of the studio, and I looked at her. I barely knew her, and I said, "Woman, I don't work for you, and neither does Alexis. And if you ever talk to her like that again, we're gonna have a lot of problems." And
I was like, okay.
I was so mad, and everybody in the office around me, like, remember Jess, and like everyone was like, "Oh my God, the gay guy has a temper."
Oh my gosh, Julia scurried away with her little nuts.
Yeah. So I say that story because we didn't like each other. Like we were, it was tense.
And remember too, they were, they were in their normal time slot. So they had finished their show last. They wanted to sleep. They're used to sleeping in. Here's Ian and Marjorie doing their show on the deck that's like 4 feet from where we wake up in the deflated mattress. And we're 11 to 1, or we're
11 to 1,
noon to 3,
and
we're middays.
And we were Mr. and Mrs. Giggleson. We started laughing because of this. And then all of a sudden, Alexis said, she goes, "Okay, there's Julia. There's Lori. Okay, I see Reavers on the bunk. Okay, there's Colleen Cruz.
Yep.
Okay, Ian and Marjorie are out there. Jace, where's Donnie? Donnie's gone." So we start laughing. We're like, "Where the hell is Donnie?" So we're laughing. And again, Lori and Julia, you hear Lori go, "I don't care where he is." So
be quiet.
So Lex and I put on our bathrobe and we go out. We start exploring the compound.
Well, because Reavers screamed from the bunk, "I think he's in the lactation station."
That's right. Reavers was the one. Reavers goes, "He's in the lactation station." Which
nice bro voice.
that was the quote of the whole thing was, "I think Donnie is in the lactation station."
And sure enough,
we walk in, and there he is, snoring like a freight train, passed out.
He was balling because he took 2 recliners and put them butt to butt.
Yeah.
So his legs were all spread out. All
what
nice
a good idea.
And comfy.
He had a comforter. He and snoring. Meanwhile, Lex and I are sleeping on a flat ass inflatable air mattress. Lori and so we laughed. So then we go that night. B. Arthur, and it was wise. B. Arthur said, "Look, we need to make this a team building exercise." So
go start drinking alcohol together.
I want the whole crew to go have dinner together. And so we went to this place here at the fair that serves wine. So we sat there, and it was real uncomfortable at first because Ian and Marjorie were the peacemakers. So they were trying to get everyone to talk to each other. And we're all sitting there like, "I don't like you. You don't like me. Who are you?" So when we come back, we'll continue the story, and I will tell you how 2 embarrassing stories bonded us forever and did change the radio station on the 10th anniversary of Project Down and Dirty here at the State Fair. So it's the 10th. We're sitting here, and I was just thinking about this last night. It's the 10th anniversary of the first Project Down and Dirty, which just coincides because it was here at the State Fair.
Yep. And
I was thinking about just the history of the radio station because everything changed at that fair 10 years ago. Because again, all of the shows, nobody really knew each other. Mm-hmm. There was really no bonding, and the managers wanted to change that. So they sent us to dinner, and after dinner, we drank a copious amount of wine.
Oh, wine slushies.
Yep. And then the story started flowing, and we decided to play a game called Who Has the Most Embarrassing Story? And it whittled down to Lori Barghini and me. Now, Lori Barghini... And
of course, they were very uncomfortable sexual stories.
Yeah.
Both.
Now, Lori has since... It was a promo. I was shocked.
Oh.
Lori has since told a PG-13 version of her story.
Oh.
Which was basically, and look, she said it, so I don't mind. I'm not telling tales out of school.
Yeah.
She was having relations with someone, and that person basically took a nap, fell asleep.
Right.
Remember that was a promo for, started snoring.
Oh, that's right. That's what that story was.
Yeah. And then, so you knew my story.
Yes. Yeah.
So we waited because Lori thought she was going to win this competition. And I think Dawn knows the story as well.
Oh, I do. I wish I didn't.
Yeah. So we're all sitting there, and Lori's like, I know I'm gonna win. And then Lex is looking at me like, are you gonna tell your story? And I'm like, sure, I don't care. No one likes each other anyway. What do we have to lose? You know? So I whipped out my story, and it floored everyone.
Can you PG that?
There is no way.
There's no way.
And people get irritated when I bring this up. Why are you bringing this up? You can't talk about it. So here's how I think I can just say this.
Okay. Yeah. What can you say?
It was also an embarrassing nookie moment for me, and it actually involved a woman. And it did, shocking. And it did not end well for me. It did not,
especially for her.
It really did not end well for her.
And you fled the scene.
I fled the scene. And then
what can we say?
Well, let's just say then the next morning, in front of a packed Denny's on 38th Street in Indianapolis, Indiana, she proceeded to scream confront me in front of a packed Sunday crowd at Denny's over what had occurred the night before. And to this day, in my friend group, because again, lucky guy, I have 5. Well, 4. We got rid of one, but high school 4. We removed one from the island. Yeah. She actually is the one.
Yeah.
My high school 4, we still laugh about it to this day. And Alexis has met them.
Yeah.
It is one of the stories that is not exaggerated for the radio. It is as graphic, right, Lex? You've met people that were there.
Oh, they verified the story. Marinated.
Yes. It was bad.
Meat?
Yeah, it was bad.
What do you say?
You can't say anything.
Okay.
It's such a horrible, but it will be, if I ever write a book, it will be an entire, night.
It has to be.
It will be a chapter called The Mayfair Tell, because the M and the O were burnt out of the neon sign of this classy joint we all stayed in. So, yeah. And we drank Boone's Farm and Strawberry Fields. Yep. And it was horrific. And it changed the trajectory of my homosexuality.
It really confirmed a few things for you.
Well, now I know.
Yeah, I kind of did.
Yeah.
I
can imagine that would do it.
It sure did. But no. So we told that story, and I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Lex? From that moment, the happy ending of this whole funny episode was, it changed everything here because we saw Lori. We had great conversations. We saw Lori and Julia differently. They saw us differently. We got to know Ian and Marjorie. You know what I mean? And it just, and Colleen and Bradley were a weekend show at that time. Remember that was
right.
They were on
Saturday mornings.
And they had just started. And so we all kind of bonded. And from that point on, we were all like legitimate. We all legitimately get along.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and we knew Colleen from before too, because she had worked at the station before, and I was her producer actually.
Yeah, Colleen Lindstrom. Yeah.
Colleen Lindstrom. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then Bradley was
I first started, 16 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. When I met Bradley, he was a drag queen living in a tree. I mean, you know what I mean?
Wanda Wisdom.
He was Wanda Wisdom.
Living in a tree. Just like the leprechaun.
little drag queen leprechaun.
He had a whole separate one for the wigs, though. That was some high hair. Big hair.
Bradley and I were friends. I mean, we were just regular friends. Bradley had a podcast back before podcasts were cool. And he started filling in for me on my vacations.
And he'd call it on Fridays on Wanda Wisdom Adventures.
Yeah. Oh, we had him live, which was, I wish we could find some of those old shows.
Oh my gosh. He would pretend to be on a scooter, like an electric scooter on 35W.
Yeah.
And chickens would be flying by.
Yeah. In full drag.
Yeah. Yeah. That was so funny.
So that's how that started. So then Bradley started filling in for on our show.
Yep.
B. Arthur liked him, and then he paired him. She paired him with Colleen.
How's he look in full drag? Because he's like a bodybuilder. I mean, he's a muscle man.
Oh my God! You've never seen Wanda Wisdom.
You've never seen Brad Wanda Wisdom.
He's really muscular.
You need to see a video. It's hilarious.
I'd love to. I have a great photo that I'll post maybe on my social a little bit later, because I had one of the hockey players come up to me. Brad, just get this, that era around that time.
Yeah.
Bradley, we were asked to color commentary or color announce a hockey game.
Oh,
and Bradley came in full drag with like a 17-foot afro, a white, like a giant. And
he was white blonde.
And he was in full Wanda Wisdom. And we color announced a full hockey game.
Oh.
And it was hysterical. Bradley looked good. He does look good in drag.
Yeah.
Wanda Wisdom was pretty.
Yeah.
But she was Wanda was a comedy queen though. So
yeah,
she was a comedy
very
queen.
Physically funny.
Yeah, very. I ran her over in a video one time.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh, that's right. You did a whole music video together.
We did a music video together. We did a little short film where I ran him over. I literally hit
Ford Focus
with my Ford Focus, and there's a Bradley is laying on top of my hood on my windshield in full drag. I mean, just get that visual. Me and my blue Ford Focus running over Bradley.
Wear like short dresses. His like hot legs were popping out. You know,
just like those legs.
Yes.
Those legs.
In heels. Ooh.
That's our Bradley. We love him.